Denzel Washington's lifestyle and net worth prove one thing: discipline can outshine any spotlight. From humble beginnings to Hollywood legend, Denzel built more than fame. He built focus. His journey isn't about flash or excess, but faith, control, and consistency. What moments turned him from an unknown actor into one of the most respected names in entertainment? How did he turn acting paychecks into a lasting fortune and a life of purpose? And what do his homes, travel, and quiet luxuries reveal about the man behind the movies? Let's uncover how discipline, not celebrity, became Denzel's ultimate brand. Before the fame, before the Oscars, there was Mount Vernon, New York, a small-town start for a man who'd later dominate the global stage. Denzel Washington was born on December 28, 1954, to a Pentecostal minister father and a beauty salon owner mother. From the beginning, structure ruled his life. Church on Sundays, school during the week, and expectations always high. That early order would shape everything that came next. After graduating from Fordham University, where he initially struggled to find direction, Denzel discovered acting almost by accident. He took a small theater course, and that single decision lit a fire. He refined his craft at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, where teachers immediately noticed what audiences would later see worldwide: intensity paired with purpose. His big break arrived in the 1980s when he starred as Dr. Philip Chandler on the TV medical drama Saint Elsewhere. It wasn't glamorous, but it was consistent, the perfect training ground for a young actor with something to prove. By the time he appeared in the Civil War epic Glory, 1989, a role that won him his first Academy Award, Denzel had mastered what few actors ever do: the art of restraint. That performance didn't just launch his career, it defined a pattern. Every move since has reflected what could only be described as a legendary work ethic: sharp focus, deep preparation, and zero shake. Sharp focus, deep preparation, and zero shortcuts. When the star-making roles came, discipline wasn't a choice, it became his foundation. When most Hollywood stars chase fame, Denzel Washington chases focus. That's what separates him. Not just his acting, but how he turned every opportunity into a calculated step forward. By the late 1990s, he wasn't just a box office draw, he was a brand. Films like Training Day, American Gangster, and The Equalizer didn't just cement his legend, they came with serious paydays. Reports suggest that, for Training Day alone, he earned over $12 million, with later films bringing in $20 million or more per project. Today, his total fortune is estimated at around $300 million, a figure that reflects not just his talent, but his strategy. Rather than spreading himself thin, Denzel began steering his career behind the camera, directing and producing projects that spoke to something deeper. He directed Antoine Fisher, Fences, and A Journal for Jordan, each one crafted with precision and emotional weight. That shift revealed a different kind of mastery, not just acting, but architecting stories. And while others splurged on private islands and fashion labels, Denzel quietly built his wealth through consistency. He's described his life as being about God, family, and work in that order. That humility, rare in Hollywood, is part of what defines his net worth. Not just the number, but the mindset behind it. No scandals, no chaos, no overexposure, just steady growth, decade after decade. The wealth kept growing, but so did the purpose. Every dollar earned was fuel for something bigger: legacy. In Hollywood, fame can fade fast, but Denzel Washington has managed to make influence feel timeless. He's not just one of the best actors of his generation. He's a man who shaped how greatness looks, both on and off screen. With 2 Academy Awards and 10 nominations, Denzel's place among cinema's elite is unquestionable. But what's more remarkable is how he's earned that respect. From portraying real-life icons like Malcolm X and Reuben Hurricane Carter to deeply complex fictional characters in Fences and Flight, his work has elevated the portrayal of Black excellence to global recognition. It's not just acting, it's advocacy through art. Beyond the screen, he's a quiet mentor and advocate for the next generation. Through the Denzel Washington Family Foundation and his supportive programs like Boys and Girls Clubs of America, he invests in future storytellers, not just in Hollywood, but across communities that often get overlooked. His message is clear: don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. And yet, despite decades of success, he remains famously grounded. Asked about his numerous accolades, Denzel shrugged, saying he's not that interested in awards. To him, the work and the integrity behind it matters more than the applause. That's the paradox of his influence. He's one of the world's most decorated actors, yet he moves like a man who still has something to prove to himself, not to Hollywood. His legacy won't rest on trophies or titles. It's written in how he carried himself while earning them. When it comes to real estate, Denzel Washington proves that true wealth doesn't need to shout. It can whisper with confidence. His primary residence is a 30,000 square foot mansion in Beverly Hills, often cited as one of the most spectacular celebrity homes in Los Angeles. Reports suggested it could be worth around $80 million, complete with sweeping city views, lush landscaping, and every amenity imaginable. But despite its grandeur, the space feels more grounded than glamorous, a reflection of how Denzel approaches life. He also owns an apartment in New York City, a quieter base that keeps him close to Broadway and his East Coast roots. While many celebrities flaunt their luxury estates across social media, Denzel has done the opposite. There are few public photos and a few interviews that mention his homes. That's not an accident, it's intentional privacy. His house isn't about success, it's about discipline and purpose. A place to think, pray, and be surrounded by family. Even the design choices in his residence are said to echo his personal mantra: simplicity over spectacle. This restraint, owning opulence but never flaunting it, perfectly mirrors his approach to fame. It's the same discipline that built his career and wealth into something substantial, not superficial. His homes aren't trophies, they're sanctuaries, built on the same foundation that's kept his success unshakable. When you picture Denzel Washington's lifestyle, you might not immediately think of flashy car showrooms and social media posts of jets. That's because Denzel's approach to his luxury and mobility is quieter, but no less telling. Take his car collection. Reports show he's owned a variety of high-end vehicles, like a Land Rover Range Rover, reportedly valued at around $100,000, and an Aston Martin Vanquish, worth nearly $280,000. There's also the standout, a 1997 Porsche 911 Turbo he owned for years before selling it for over $400,000 at auction. These cars reveal something important. Even his playroom echoes the same discipline that drives his career: selective, tasteful, understated. As for travel, while some stars flaunt private jets for show, there's no strong public record that Denzel owns one. He does travel in style, but the lack of constant jet photos and paparazzi coverage suggests he chooses comfort and utility over display. And how does he spend his success? Not just on cars and travel, but on longevity and value. His reported vehicles are top tier, but not always the loudest or most extravagant. His lifestyle choices, insisting on family time, supporting causes quietly, choosing roles that matter, reflect the same focus that's underpinned his net worth and reputation. In a Hollywood where luxury often screams for attention, Denzel's subtle choices stand out. He doesn't announce his status, he lives it. In the end, Denzel Washington's lifestyle and net worth tell a story far deeper than fame or fortune. It's the story of a man who built his empire brick by brick through focus, integrity, and faith. He didn't need scandal or spectacle to stay relevant, just discipline, just work. And maybe that's the greatest secret to lasting success. Not chasing the spotlight, but mastering the grind behind it. Because while other stars shine bright for a moment, Denzel Washington burns steady.